Today, we've got this prime rib roast that we're going to do. I'd like to say we're going to do it for you, but we're really doing this one for us. All right, guys, here is this locally raised Wagyu beef. We get this from the Uppercut KC that's located in Liberty, Missouri. If you haven't been there, get in there, give them a look. They have some phenomenal beef in there. And if you're looking for some lunch or an early dinner, man, their little cafe they got going on in there, some of the best burgers you'll ever eat. Bree's going to talk a little bit about what she's getting ready to do, and then we'll get this on here probably tomorrow.
Yeah, we've got about a 5.5 pound rib roast here. Look at that marbling. Isn't that nice? When you have a prime rib, you really want the beef flavor to be forward when you're eating it. So we like to just do like a heavy, coarse kosher salt brine the night before.
No, we are not using iodized salt. We are using kosher salt. Big difference. Please use the kosher.
Don't be concerned about thinking it's too much. We're gonna wipe this off before we actually cook it. And anytime you're cooking beef anyway, beef can handle more seasoning.
We're not telling the kids we're making this, by the way.
All right, so we have our salt brined prime rib. So we're gonna take it just like this. We're not gonna cover it. We're gonna set it in the fridge uncovered overnight, and then we're gonna cook this thing up tomorrow. I'm so excited.
Let's go.
All right. All right, so we have our 5.5 pound prime rib roast here. We put a good coarse kosher salt brine on it overnight, set it in the fridge. Just took it out this morning, let it come to room temperature for about an hour or so. Like I said, we're gonna keep it simple here on the seasonings, but we're gonna finish her up. I have got here in my bowl a stick of salted butter with a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of rosemary, and a teaspoon of thyme, and a tablespoon of coarse black ground pepper. So what I'm gonna do now is just take all this yummy goodness right here and smear it all over the prime rib.
Everybody loves butter.
Yeah, everything's better with butter, baby. Where do you think we ought to start?
On it.
You're so helpful. All right, I'm gonna just do a little all over it.
Why aren't you using your hands? This is kind of a hands-on kind of activity.
I'm gonna show you hands-on.
It's like finger painting. You're a teacher, right?
I am. Well, I'm trying to make sure that we have enough of this yummy goodness on all sides here.
Hands are coming in.
All right.
Oh, yes. Isn't that satisfying? It's like giving a cow a massage.
Oh, yeah.
It just smells so good.
It does smell so good. So like I said, this is a 5.5 pound roast, and I just used the one stick of butter. So it doesn't take a ton. Don't melt it all the way, just soften it.
And once again, this is Akushi Wagyu. You can only get this, that I know of, the only place you can get it, is the Uppercut KC in Liberty, Missouri. Tyson and his group up there. Tyson's an amazing butcher. His group, they do such a good job at all this. So hook them up, look them up.
He'll hook you up. All right, I think she's ready. What's our next important step here, Bev, that we want to make sure we do?
We want to make sure that we hit our marks perfectly. So today we're going to use the ThermalWorks Dot. This is a favorite of ours, like especially when we're competing. We like to have this because we can just single it out. We can line them up on the smoker because they got magnets on them, which I like sticky things, so I can stick it up on the smoker. I can plug it in, and I can hit my marks perfectly. Bree can hit her marks perfectly on her brisket. We've had some mess ups before where no wires club, and yeah. So ThermalWorks, love the product, love the brand. Such an amazing company. Customer service is great. If you're looking for reliability in your thermometer products, ThermalWorks is the one to go for. All right, so we've got our dot set for 125 degrees, and I'm going to take this probe and I'm going to put it right through the center and try to hit right in the middle. So I want to know when the center of that gets to 125 degrees. Behind us, we got our Hurtado Smoke Box by Hooray Barbecue. We've got it set up. It's running about 300 degrees. I've got the diverter plates out because I really want to get some heat coming up the back of this. And we're just going to set her straight on.
Get it?
Team lift.
All right, ready? Oh, here we go. Teamwork makes the dream work, baby.
All right, go ahead and shut her down.
Okay.
So, Bree, tell them about how long should this take per pound
So
at 300 degrees?
at 300 degrees, it's going to take between 20 to 25 minutes per pound. So at our 5.5 pound one, what do you say? How
So
long?
it's going to be about an hour and a half.
Yeah. That's why it's really important to have the temperature probe. If you've got a leave-in one, like we've got the ThermalWorks Dot, that's great. If not, I would say probably testing it right at that 20-minute mark per pound, just because you'd rather be under than over, because you can't take it back once you've overcooked it. And you don't want a prime rib that is medium or higher. Even if you like your steaks medium, we won't totally hold that against people, but you definitely don't want a prime rib over medium. Yeah.
So we'll see you guys in about an hour and a half. Oh, that was a bad ending, wasn't it? Just
I was
stop.
like a little abrupt.
Bye, guys.
We just put our prime rib on, and nothing goes better with a prime rib than homemade horseradish sauce to dip it in. Okay, so let me show you. It's super simple, super easy, and most of these things I think we all have in our kitchens at home. All right, we're gonna start with a half cup of sour cream. Oh, sorry. Now we're gonna we have 2 tablespoons of just your regular full-fat mayonnaise. I like to use Duke's mayonnaise for that. We have 2 tablespoons of your creamy horseradish. We have a teaspoon of lime juice and a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, or as Brad likes to say, wash your sister sauce.
I've been censored.
And then we have 1/8 of a teaspoon of black pepper and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So I'm going to add that in there. Now we're going to whisk it all together. Now, the reason why I kept the Worcestershire out is because sometimes I like to add a little extra. So it's nice and creamy. It's coming all together. Make sure you get all the ingredients blended really well together. All right, now this is the only way I know how to cook, which is to taste and see if everything's right. That's pretty good. I think I do want more Worcestershire though. So I'm gonna do that to my taste. Do that to yours however you want, or if you like it how it is, start with that. Okay, so I probably added a teaspoon. I did not add too much. I'm gonna taste my other finger. That's just about right. Okay, so now I'm gonna let this set in the fridge while our prime rib's cooking, and it will be ready to go whenever the prime rib's done.
All right, guys. So this prime rib roast has gotten to temp. It's rested for about an hour, and we're about to dig into it. I'm not gonna tell the kids though. Look at that. Look at that color right there. That's what we're looking for. So we took it to 125 internal temp, let it rest for about an hour. So she's gonna carry. We were cooking about 325, 350 is what we ended up cooking at. It's probably gonna carry another 4 or 5 degrees, maybe 6, but it's kind of what we wanted. So we cut right down the middle of this
Oh my gosh, that looks so tender.
and get us a couple pieces.
Yes, please.
Better than a steakhouse.
And we've got our
Ooh, the homemade.
homemade horseradish sauce to go with it.
Let's get some. Here we go.
Oh, hold on, give me some here. All right. It's so tender. Go. I'm going back for seconds.
Excuse us while we.
Outdid yourself, babe.
Well, I mean, I'm part of this too. If it was horrible, I was totally gonna blame you.
That's usually how it works.
Well, you know, such a life.
Oh, so good.
Guys, give it a shot. Go to YouTube, subscribe, like, follow. Get you some of that.
So good.
Do we have to share this with the kids? Can we just tell them we f***ed it up? I think I'm good for about half of this.